Another Sister Wives star is facing another lawsuit. Isabelle Brown is in a heated court battle. Do what now? Now this is one of the ones from the show that you would least expect to hear about when it comes to legal issues and legal matters. But I digress. Here we are. And when I scrolled across this headline, which was put out there by Without a Crystal Ball, Kody Joy, I just want to go ahead and give credit where credit is due. I want to point out some things, okay? Kody is out here reading people's full names. And by the way, a few of my videos got removed for doing the same thing. Ain't it ironic that Kody gets a pass to do the things that I can't do? Huh. Maybe that's why I have to react to her videos, because clearly she's allowed to do it and I can't. So let's go ahead and react to her spreading the tea and giving the news. And by the way, just bear with her horrific accent. People want to come for me about my accent. Child, Kody Joy has the worst accent I've ever heard in my life. She can't even pronounce a word correctly. Maybe that's why she used to make fun of me, her and her husband, for my accent. Oh, yes, they did. Publicly. They would make videos. Kody Joy and her husband would make videos making fun of me and the way I talk. Exhibit A. Have fun with this one, y'all.
It's another day and it's another Sister Wives update.
I bet what she really wants to say is, this another day and another time I can make more money talking about these people. This girl makes so much money talking about these people. And yeah, I can talk about it because I don't make not near what this heifer making. I'm over here like, show me the money.
This time it involves Christine Brown's second youngest daughter, Ysabel. She apparently is being sued in the state of Utah in Salt Lake City due to a car accident that likely occurred in 2023, according to a infraction ticket that she had received in March of 2023. The accident occurred near Midvale City in Utah on I-15 during what appears to be a high traffic time. And it involved, according to the complaint, 4 separate cars. So we go all the way back to March 30th of 2023. And according to a traffic court case filed in Midvale City in Salt Lake City, Utah, Ysabel was cited and ticketed for following another vehicle safe distance infraction. This is a citation that can be given after there's an accident where you are following too closely and you end up rear-ending an individual, which can then cause injuries or just damage. Now, the individual suing her is a woman who claims that she was in a car traveling in Utah, and this is what she says. Upon information and belief at the time of the incident, defendant held a valid driver's license. Upon information and belief prior to the incident, defendant had completed a driver's education class. Upon information and belief at the time of the incident, defendant was aware of all safety laws and regulations pertaining to driving a motor vehicle. The motor vehicle incident underlying this action occurred on I-15 just south of Winchester Road. Winchester's street is in Midvale. It's kind of in the Murray area of Utah. This wouldn't be super far from where Christine and David were living at the time. I believe Christine and David bought it.
Keep in mind, Kody Joy hasn't left her home in years. Much less left her state. This girl ain't got a clue what's in Utah. She's never been. Yet she's sitting here. Notice how convincing she is. It's not far from where Christine and David were living. And she got a driving infraction. Like, you have no idea where Christine and David was living? How reckless and messy. Hashtag reporter. Woo!
A new place in Lehigh around this March, April timeframe. So this is around the time of that incident, of the same incident. At the time of the incident, plaintiff was lawfully operating a gray Subaru Outback in the far left lane of travel. Directly behind plaintiff's vehicle was a vehicle operated by Matthias Giannato.
Be careful, Katie, because my videos got removed for releasing literally someone's full name publicly. That was public record. Yet here's the kicker. The people don't authorize you to spread their name out there. It's literally against copyright privacy laws on YouTube. You cannot put out a person's name if it identifies them and they're not a public figure. Do you see what she's doing? Very reckless of you, Katie, and I thought you was a reporter. Don't put out people's name that didn't sign up for this. And people can argue with me all they want. The facts are my videos got removed because on a Sister Wives video, I released somebody's first and last name that wasn't on the show, just like she's doing here. And my videos got took down and my money got took. Why are hers allowed? Curious.
Positioned directly behind Mr. Giannato's vehicle was Jadot Murray. And then the defendant was operating a Honda HRV directly behind Mr. Murray's vehicle. Defendant was traveling directly behind Mr. Murray in the Honda HRV. Due to slowing traffic ahead, plaintiff applied her brakes, signaling to drivers behind her that she was decelerating. Plaintiff brought her vehicle to a complete stop due to the traffic conditions. Both Mr. Giannato and Mr. Murray also slowed and brought their respective vehicles to a complete stop in a safe and controlled manner. Defendant, however, negligently failed to reduce speed or maintain control of their vehicle and violently collided with the rear of Mr. Murray's vehicle. The force of the impact caused a chain reaction collision. Mr. Murray's vehicle was propelled into Mr. Giannato's vehicle, which then struck plaintiff's vehicle, causing her bodily injury. The collision was caused by defendant's negligence, including but not limited to failure to slow, failure to maintain a proper lookout, and failure to follow safety rules and regulations under the conditions, and failure to maintain control of their vehicle in a safe and proper manner. As a result of the collision, plaintiff suffered bodily injuries, some of which may be permanent. In the state of Utah, if somebody's in a car accident, they have a no-fault system for car accidents. However, they have this modified law where if someone is comparatively less liable, less at fault for an accident, they can sue the driver that's more responsible for negligence. And as long as the individual is less than 51% responsible, they can recover damages for any injuries and medical expenses and any, pain and suffering for lasting injuries that they have incurred and damage to their cars. Now, in the state of Utah, because of the no-fault system, they're supposed to go through their car insurance, so their own car insurance, and then they're also supposed to seek damages from the person that's at fault comparatively. So in this case, she would have had to go to Isabelle's car insurance company and sue that and get money from them. And then once you get word from your car insurance company or that person's car insurance company that they're not going to pay, or say the person is underinsured, whatever it may be, then you can file a lawsuit. But you have to exhaust all of those channels before you can file a suit, which could explain why this lawsuit is filed a couple years after the incident. So the plaintiff realleges and incorporates by reference that the preceding paragraphs, defendant acted negligently toward plaintiff by, among other things, failure to slow, failure to maintain a proper lookout, failure to follow safety rules and regulations under the conditions, and failure to maintain control of their vehicle in a safe and proper manner. Defendant's negligence was the proximate and actual cause of this collision and the plaintiff's injuries. And as a proximate result of defendant's negligence, plaintiffs suffered physical injuries. Plaintiffs will continue to suffer from injuries in the future. As a further proximate result of defendant's negligence, plaintiff has incurred medical bills in amount in excess of $3,000, and plaintiff will provide proof of the same trial in this manner. As further approximate result of defendant's negligence, plaintiff suffered pain and suffering of both mind and body. Plaintiff suffered a loss of enjoyment of life. Plaintiff has been unable to go about his business, hobbies, and household chores. and plaintiff suffered permanent injuries and impairment as a result of the negligence. Wherefore, plaintiff prays for judgment against defendants as follow: for past, present, and future special damages, including medical expenses, consequential damages, lost and future care, if applicable, and other out-of-pocket expenses in an amount to be proven at trial; for past, present, and future general damages, including physical pain and suffering, emotional pain and suffering, loss of enjoyment of life, and permanent impairment and or disability, if applicable, in an amount to be established at trial; and for pre-judgment and post-judgment interest, such costs of court, such other relief as the court deems just and equitable, and they demand a trial by jury and tenders the required statutory fee breath within. So this was filed on June 23rd in Salt Lake City County in Utah. And in the state of Utah, in order to file for negligence, you have to have had at least $3,000 in hospital bills, and then you need to meet the certain criteria to prove negligent damages and physical injury. No details of the actual car accident. They have to do. I did a search of the time frame of when this could have occurred. This area on the I-15 in Salt Lake has a ton of accidents. I don't know why specifically this area has a ton of accidents, but there are a lot of deadly accidents that actually occur in this area on the I-15. It could be because it's a heavily congested area. It could be due to wintry conditions. I don't know, but there's a lot of accidents. And in this case, it sounds like at least nobody was killed. It doesn't sound like Isabelle was injured. It sounds like this woman was injured. And unfortunately, with cases during rush hour and when you're following too closely, these kinds of accidents happen all the time on the freeway. And I think a lot of us have been in a situation like that where you just don't react quickly enough and slow down, or you might be distracted, or you just might not be able to, you're not paying attention directly, and suddenly it's like, boom, you've hit them.
I love how Kody just talks this up as, oh, this happens all the time. We're easily distracted when we're driving our vehicle. No, boo-boo, we're not. I'm one of the very few who doesn't have their phone up when I'm driving. The very few times I drive. I say very few times because I make my husband chauffeur me around. Ladies, take note, okay? That way you ain't got to be distracted. You can get on your phone at any time. And when you can't have your husband drive you, put your damn phone down. It ain't that hard. We used to drive all the time with no phones. Let's go back to that. Okay, let's go back to that. Every time I pass somebody all over the road, or my husband does, I'll look over, and them idiots are on the telephone. Yes, ma'am. And you know it. So Kody don't need to be out here like, oh, it's normal. We've all been guilty of being negligent and being distracted in our vehicle. No, Yankee, we ain't. No, Yankee, we ain't. Don't be saying we. Hell, we nothing. Girl, we bye. I mean, we ain't distracted. And another thing, you shouldn't be going that damn fast where you can't stop that quickly. You know what I'm saying? You causing bodily harm to people. Excuse me? And they got to sue you to pay for it? Excuse me? Kody talking about like it's normal. Oh, this is normal. This is usually what happens. No, girl. I think you're just glossing over a very serious topic. But we're not. That's why we're here. Don't forget to like and share this video. Tell me what you think in the comments below. Look, I agree accidents happen. That's why they're called accidents. But a lot of accidents are preventable when you put your phone down. Yes, I'm speculating and assuming she had that phone in her hand, just like Kody's speculating and assuming she didn't. But anyway, would love to know what you think. Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and share and subscribe if you haven't already. Hey, you better subscribe to the realness, because I ain't heard not many creators nowadays that's keeping it as real as I do. And that's a fact, Jack. I love you for watching. I'll see you in my next video or in the comments below. Go ahead, blow up them comments. You're so jealous of Kody. I'm unsubscribing. Just know I'm not jealous of Kody Joy never leaving her house, not having a life, and being sued. Definitely not jealous of that. I am jealous of how much she makes per month. Hell, I will be real about that. The girl makes thousands of dollars talking about this nonsense. Like I said, show me the money. I love you for watching. Bye.